Instagram, how are you? I'm live on Insta now. Sorry, I'm live on YouTube now. Instagram's already here. What's going on, everybody? Alexa, stop the music. We're here tonight just to, spread the love that's in the room, love that's in the world. And let me share this with a few friends before we get going. And I hope you can do the same. Just go down and share it with some people. Share it with some people. If you got some people that wanted to see this show, whether they're haters or not, you share it with them. You get them some time, boy. Get them some time, especially them haters. Let them haters know. If you got some women or men in your life that you feel would benefit from a show like this, share it with the people. Share it with the people. And we're gonna get this show off. We're gonna get the show started. So God bless you, Instagram, and all those that are going to come on here. Tonight, we're getting going with the title of the show, These Pros Ain't Loyal. These pros ain't loyal. These pros ain't loyal. And before I go too crazy, before I get off to a ridiculous start, let me just do a little bit of housekeeping. On the 29th of June, sponsored by Boulier Bouba. That's a lie. They didn't sponsor nothing. I was just trying to They didn't sponsor nothing. Okay, but on the 29th of June, okay, but Boubi, my friend, the bourbon is going to be there. But 29th of June, we're having our first matchmaker night. And I'm hosting a matchmaker night. I've got a DJ, Jeffy Correaleon. We're getting 50 singles from ladies, 50 singles from men. And we're putting them together in a wonderful, I would call it a matchmaking experiment. Right? Not me. I'm not in it. But we've chosen 50 and 50, or looking for 50 and 50. I've sent out about 100 invitations already. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring them into a place called the Drake Hotel, a wonderful venue in the city of Toronto. And we're going to put colored bracelets on them. And only the colored bracelets, only ladies with the colored bracelets and men with the colored bracelets of the same color are able to speak and able to talk with each other. We're also going to give you time. We're going to call it the kissing booth. We're going to give you 2 minutes to have conversation, to meet each other with all of the individuals in your color group. Outside of the 2 color groups, we're going to have another color group that we refer to as the Steelers. And those will be about 10 men and women who only have the capacity. They can talk to others, but others can't approach them. So they can steal, they can speak, they can talk to anybody in the room. And we're going to see at the end of the night, do we have a match? Okay, it's at the Drake. It's June the 29th. Please share this with your friends. Please let people know. It's 6:30 in the evening to 11:30. There'll be of course drinks and food available, DJ, and a live performance by a guest artist, hip hop guest artist. I'm gonna hold on to that information till the end. But guest performance by one of the greatest up and coming hip hop artists coming out right now. So, saying that, without any further ado, let's start the show. Alexa, play my Real Spiel playlist. Alexa ain't listening to me. It's okay. Alexa, resume music. The audacity. Alexa, stop music. So this is where we are tonight. And I want to get us going because we got a lot to discuss, a lot to speak about. I have to do some disclaimers before I start the night. And disclaimer number 1 is, I never meant to be here. I never thought my life would bring me here. I really never thought my life would bring me to the place where I'm having these types of discussions on social media from the vantage point, from the perspectives. Greetings from my American family, touch of Zen. American family, how are you, love? And the children and everybody, how's everybody? But I never thought I'd really be here having this discussion. And because I have been married half of my life, if you really add it all up, I've been married for half of my life. And now not being married and being back in these single streets, it shocks me. Honestly, like I'm shocked. And what I found is what I've seen out here as a single man since 2019, it's a nightmare. Honestly, it's a nightmare. And it's a nightmare for a few reasons. And I want to establish this first of all. I have raised an amazing woman who is an accomplished woman in the medical field. She's married. She's a homeowner. She's not toxic. She loves her father. She loves her mother. She loves her siblings. And I have two more to go who are teenage and one school age. And I want to be very clear before I get started, because this is not going. This is a Band-Aid I've got to tear up. It's going to hurt tonight. But I want to be very clear. I love women. I love women. I have amazing examples of great women. Again, in my immediate family, meaning children that came out of me. I have some great examples in my own family. And I want to be very clear that I'm not just out here recklessly tearing down women. I mean, also in respect to the credibility of who I am as a man, my background, it doesn't behoove me to simply just tear down women for kicks. It doesn't do me any favors. Coming here every night, hasn't been every night so lately because I'm busy, but coming here most of these last few weeks and having what would be considered by many women as negative things to say about women. That doesn't do me any favor. There's no advantage to me to do that. I don't have no advantage coming out here dragging women, especially a man who loves women. That ain't gonna help me. That ain't gonna help me at all. Women gonna come on my social media and be like, "Oh my gosh, I thought he was a nice person until I saw social media." My goodness, and that's already happened. To be honest, that's already happened. Women have been like, "Oh my gosh, did you see his social media?" No. So I want to be very clear. Yeah, I love women. I love them. I love them a lot. A lady came up to me today, speaking of that, at my other job. And for those who don't know, I'm an educator to some extent. So in a lot of fields, but in my particular job, I'm an educator. And she came up to me and said, "I like the colors you're wearing today," because I wore these today. She goes, "Are you wearing this for Canada?" I said, "No, I'm not wearing this for Canada." You're a little rough around the edges. I'm rough. Yeah, I'm a country boy. But she said, "Are you wearing this for Canada?" I said, "No, I'm wearing this for Trinidad. I'm wearing this for Trinidad and Tobago. I'm not a little too much. I'm very too much. I'm too much. I'm tremendo. Lady Costello, I'm tremendo. I am too much. Not little too much. I'm too much. I know. More than enough. The gorilla is in the house. Rodriguez the Great, the Imperial Majesty. Him. I am too much." Yes, but let me go further. The woman said, "Are you wearing these colors?" Thank you, mommy. "Are you wearing these colors for Canada?" I said, "No, I'm a Trinidadian. I'm a proud Trinidadian." She goes, "Oh, my husband, she's an Asian woman now. Asian from South Africa, believe it or not. Asian meaning looking like she could be, have Chinese ancestry, but she's South African, okay? And she says, "I was married to a Trinidadian." I go, "You're married to Trinidad?" She goes, "Ex-husband." And I go, "Oh." I said, and then she told me his last name, and apparently he might be a near kin to my people's, and he comes from the same area. And I said, "Well, I guess you had trouble with the lifestyle." And she says, "Oh, yes, I did." And I said, "Because Trini men love women. She said, yes, Del, he loved all of them. He loved them all. Hey, but so yes, people know that I love women, and men of my pedigree love women. My father loves women. My cousins love women. My sons love women. A bit too much, but they love women too. And so I'm not here to drag y'all. What I'm here to let you know is that some of you are a nightmare. And this is what I want to be clear about before I go any further. And I have to do this by analogy. I'm not talking to all of you. I'm not talking to, oh, here comes my daughter, Jericho. Jericho's here. I'm talking to Jericho for sure. But I'm not talking about all of you. In fact, there's 20% of you who nothing I say is actually in your wheelhouse. There was a lady I was speaking to. I met her months ago. And in meeting her, we quickly decided that we're just going to be friends. We're not going to be anything else but friends. And she is, I'm going to give you her criteria. She's a beautiful, tall, dark-skinned woman. She has no children. She's employed. She's never been married. She doesn't play games with men, right? What else is part of her criteria? She never divorced anybody. How you doing, baby girl? How you doing? Miss Cunningham, how are you? How you doing? That's my daughter, Jericho. Hi, Papa. Yeah. That's my child. One of the women I raising. So this young lady, she said to me today, she says, after, sharing some thoughts of some things I'm about to share today, she says, you're almost 60 years old, and I hope you realize how toxic you are, and you're probably never going to change. And I said, wow. I said, I'm just showing you the data. I'm not toxic. In fact, if anything, to bad, trash, peasant women, I'm poison. Don't call me toxic. That's not enough. I'm poison to them. But to other, I'm not toxic at all. I'm not a toxic man. I'm not angry at anybody. I'm not resentful at anybody. No, I tried to stay in good relationship with people in my past. I don't believe exes can be friends. People don't know that. But I don't try to fight. Y'all try to fight me. I keep my mouth shut. Lady talks. Lady Cost said, "Oh my OMG facts." But she said the lady told me that I'm toxic. I said, no, I'm not toxic. I'm poison. If you're a trash woman, if you're a peasant, I'm poison, not toxic. Toxic is not enough. Toxic will just make you sick. Me, hey, poison. But otherwise, the other 20%, I'm perfectly fine. They have no problem with me. Zero. So let's get going. Let's get going. Let's have a conversation tonight. Okay. People have told me this about my life. People have said, man, Del, women have said this, and some men. It says, your life, you should write a book. Done that already. I'm beyond book writing. I've written 2. Beyond that, I said, my life is not a book. My life is a movie. My life is an action movie. It's a drama, action movie. Because the amount of stuff that I have lived in the short time that I've been on this rock, my goodness, half of it, honestly, I can't even tell you. Because A, you wouldn't believe it. Honestly, you wouldn't believe it. And I ain't telling you my business. All of you, no, I ain't telling you, John Crow, my business. Because anyway, half of it can't be told. After that, me and Jesus going to have to just sit back and with some bourbon and be like, Lord, yeah. So, but the stuff that I do want to share with you tonight is stuff that I think it's going to benefit you. And tomorrow, I'm going to talk about these raggedy men. I'm going to talk about raggedy men tomorrow. I'm going to drag the men tomorrow, but I'm going to drag you some of y'all ladies tonight. 80%. Only 80% of you I'm going to drag. Because statistically, based on what is taking place in this post-Me Too movement, in this radical feminist era, in this female empowerment generation, from the millennial era to the Generation Z era, 80% of women in all ethnicities are not dateable. They're not dateable. And that's an alarming amount of women. And you're like, well, where do you come up with these statistics from? Where do you get these statistics that I'm going to hit you from? Come from a little silly school in America called Yale. They are a Yale EDU study, statistical study. And some of the things I'll be referencing to you are things that have caused me of great concern. And then the things I've observed in the street make your hair just explode on top of your head. Now, if 71%, I've had this conversation in other videos, but I'm going to expand on it. 71%, and I'm going to start with black women because mostly black women are here. But 71% of black women are having children out of wedlock. 71% of you are deciding to have children out of wedlock. That's 7. It's close to about 73. But it's around 70%, 70 to 73% of black women are deciding to have children out of wedlock. And what does that mean? How does that affect the family, right? And I'm going to talk about the men too. But how does that affect the family if our women are deciding to have children out of wedlock? What does it mean for these women to have children out of wedlock? So this is what's happening. Women are financially in a position where they can. The streets is dangerous. But women are in a position where they can have children out of wedlock. I'm just going to deal with Canada, although the statistic is an American statistic, but I'll deal with Canada from this vantage point. A woman in Canada, okay, some of y'all might run up here. We have something called a child tax credit. Child tax credit can get you anywhere from, $500 to $1,000 a month for a child. So now you got 3 children in your house. You're making about $3,000 on them 3 children. That's a child tax credit, right? Then you got other subsidies that come in Canada, where a woman could literally stay home and make about $3,500 to $4,000 a month with no job in Canada. That's right. She could do that. She could get subsidized situation where she lives, pay almost no rent in Canada. She don't need a husband because she's making almost about $60,000 a year. If you take that as money after tax, that's what about a $60,000 after tax person makes. She's doing okay. Yes, Heavenly Oval, plus other subsidies, plus a lot of other stuff. Now you take that woman who's making $3,000, $3,500. I'll keep it on the low scale. So let's say she's making only $3,000. She has no man that she wants to have, but those children have a father now. He's responsible for child support. Let's say the brother's just not paying much. Let's say he's not paying much. Let's say he's paying $300 a child because she got 3 kids. That's $900. So take the $3,000, put out $900 at $3,900. Let's say he has something. It's called Section 7 expenses. They call it here. That means if little Johnny wants to go to skating practice, if he wants to join basketball, daddy's got to pay for that, right? Sometimes it's 50-50, but most times the man just got to pay. So let's add that to, let's say his Section 7 expenses is only $100. We know it's more. And that includes daycare now. Remember, she gets daycare even though she don't have no job. She got daycare. She get daycare because she got to have a life, right? She can't just be home watching children with no job. God forbid she's home with no job, nothing to do with her life, watching them children all the time. We got to put them children in daycare. That man got to pay for the daycare too. And the daycare is going to be subsidized. She's going to get some subsidy daycare. So we got a woman now walking around with no husband, no man, children for either one man or multiple men, making about $4,000 a month in Canada. Now she has her side hustle. Who knows, right? She got a baby because she got baby daddies giving her money. She got the government giving her money. She got her side hustle. Let me throw something else on the table. Not only her side hustle, which could be a legitimate, she could be doing hair, right? She could be a waitress working for tips somewhere, whatever she's doing. Let's keep her in the good category. Let's not throw her into the sex industry or anything illegal. Let's just keep her in the nice category because we're not trying to drag nobody. She got her side hustle where she may be making, let's say she's got a little side hustle, she's making $500. So she's making $4,000 plus the $500 of side hustle money. And this is where we start the conversation tonight in the area of peasantry. The peasantry area. Because this demographic of the young lady, if she's attractive, has power to do some other things in her life that me now, coming out the statistics of the 71%, coming out the statistics of potentially 65% of all Black women throw their relationship in the garbage. Whoo! Easily 65% of y'all throw your relationship in the garbage. Hispanics, 53%. Whites, 29%. Just so you know, I understand the statistics of most of the major demographics we're talking about. I don't know what the Asians do. I haven't looked that statistic up. Hispanics, 53% are in the same boat. Whites, 29% in the same boat. Black women, 73% of y'all. No daddy in the household. And you initiated the breakup, 65% of you. Not all of you. That's why I say I'm not talking to all of you. Right? The other 27% of Black women who don't have that experience, I'm not talking to you either. So don't get mad and don't become apologists for the peasants I'm about to bring up. What makes this woman a peasant isn't the fact that she has children for other men. That's not what makes her a peasant. What makes her a peasant isn't the fact that her children or children's fathers are paying child support. That doesn't make her a peasant. What makes her a peasant isn't the fact that she has a little side hustle. That doesn't make her a peasant. What makes her a peasant isn't the fact that she doesn't have maybe a great education. That does not make a woman a peasant. That just makes a woman's person needs education. None of that makes her a peasant. But this last part is the part that I'm finding on these streets. Okay? It is the women who now are using what I refer to as the peasant hustle. That's right. The peasant hustle. And the peasant hustle absolutely has no morals, no ethics, no loyalty. It has no compassion. It has no basis in sometimes reality. It is not non-traditional. But this is what the peasant hustle is. The peasant hustle is the same young lady, has a couple at least. Let's only give her two. We don't want to drag nobody today. She's got two men who are not really her men, but they are financing her lifestyle. They are financing her lifestyle in areas of peasantry. Because the facts of the matter is this woman has the major things covered. She's got her home covered. She's got support for her children covered. She probably has food covered because she probably has a subsidy for that. It might be food stamps or something like that in the States. Here, it's a little different. She might go to the food banks and things like that here. So she has the majors covered, but she doesn't have some other areas covered. She doesn't have her eyelashes covered. She doesn't have her hair covered with however she's doing it, whether it's a press-on, whether it's a sew-in, whether it's a locks, faux locks, braids, whether it's a fade and some lines on the side. She don't have that covered. She doesn't have the expensive dinners that she posts on Instagram covered. She don't have the trips to Dubai covered. She don't have that. That woman doesn't have those things covered. But the way she gets them is by the hustle of peasantry. And let me tell you right now, there is a lot of them out here in these streets. Now, they might not even come from the demographic where they even have children, which is worse. You know what, Monier, you said they sound like gold diggers. A gold digger, honestly, has more sense than a peasant. I'm going to break these peasants down. A gold digger and a peasant are different. I'm going to break it down, okay? Because if you're digging for gold, from the time you get gold, you're affluent. You have things. You put yourself together. I'm going to put a gold digger together because a peasant's not a gold digger. She's not a gold digger. I'm going to tell you what a gold digger is in a minute. Remind me. Okay? Or you want me to jump to it right now? You ever been the sponsor to a peasant and not realize it until later? Me personally, no. Because like I said, I've been married for most of my life. And I was not married to a peasant. What I found in this generation are the peasants. And they can't trick me nor fool me. Because real story. Okay? Real story. Met a young lady while I wasn't doing security this particular night at the dance hall party. This was 2020. Just came back from Africa. My head was all messed up. Just broke up. Wasn't coming back to this country. Came back, forced back. My daughter wanted me to come back. I had to come back to fight a ridiculous, incredible allegation in respect to child access and having my children and fighting for my matrimonial rights and all these kind of things of property and things like that. So I had to come back. And I don't want to have no conversation about that. Everything's under control there. So I come back and a brother hooked me up, got me into doing bodyguard stuff and doing dance hall security. And while I was in the party, actually, because I wasn't working this week, I was dressed up. I had my African kufi hat on. I was looking sharp, baby. Like a tack, all my stuff fresh from Africa. Fresh. Looking like the king of Zamunda up in here. And people came back with like, oh, who's this 6'7" man here looking out here with a staff in a dance hall party with a leopard kufi on, with a silk shirt standing in here with silk shoe sandals. Who is this Negro out here looking like this? And so this young lady, I caught her eye. She came up to me. Boy, she was glued to me all night. She would not leave. She's not going nowhere. She's glued. She wasn't interested in the party no more. She was interested in standing by the King of Zamunda. And afterward, those things end late. For those who know dance halls end at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. Hungry. She said, would you like to get something to eat with me? I said, sure. I live up the street. She lived in a relative same area. Although we're nowhere near where we live, we both live in the same area, coincidentally. And so we went to a place that serves all-day breakfast. Being my extra self. I'm extra. I am too much. Tremendo is my name. So we had breakfast. We hung out. She's like, you know what? I don't want this moment. I don't want this opportunity to end. I just would like you just to, can you just come with me? Just come to my place. I'm like, sure. Okay. It's already like 5 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the day. I was like, sure. I'm out. I'm free. Okay. I've been in jail for almost 2 decades. I'm free. And there's a good looking young woman still telling me that she wants to spend some time with me. Who am I to say no? Who am I to say no? So I said, listen, no problem. I came, hung out, went right around the corner, wasn't far, into an area in the eastern area. It's called Scarborough out here. I went to Scarborough and came up building. I looked at the building. The building looked okay. I was like, okay, this building looks okay. I'm in kind of the hood, and I grew up in that area, so I knew what the difference between the deep hood and the mid hood. So this is about mid to upper hood, right? It's still hood, but it's upper hood. It's like, okay, I know that if I park my car here, it'll be here in the morning. They won't steal my they don't steal hubcaps no more. They won't jack me up, take my tire. I said, I'm okay. So I went inside. And when I got inside, like this woman didn't explain anything about her life or anything. And she said, I got in the door. She said, hold on a second. Hold on a second. So I'm in the door now. And anybody know me, I'm kind of nervous. Boy, I get, I don't go to women's house because of this. And I don't go to women's house, period. I've had 2 bad experiences with women's houses, right? This was the second. So I'm inside of this house. And this lady, she shuffles around. She's trying to, clean up stuff, which is fine. Because, you didn't expect to bring nobody home. Your place is a little bit ragtag and whatnot. That's okay. I don't blame that. She's not a peasant for that. Men do that. Mid-hood. And so I see her go into the bedroom and brings out what looks to be a baby, and brings the baby out and puts the baby on the couch. I'm like, who's here with this baby? I said that in my head. I wasn't saying nothing out loud because the woman, fine, I don't want to wreck my situation. She brings a baby out, look like a small baby, put the baby on the couch. And then there's another child sleeping, not a very old child. This child didn't look very old either. The child might have been 7 or 8 years old. He's sleeping on the ground on some like a little makeshift bed. I'm thinking to myself, well, who the heck is in that room watching this baby? What's she gonna do with that person in the room watching the baby? You know what I'm saying? She said, "Oh, we can go in the room now." I said, who's watching the?" She goes, "Oh, it's okay. They're used to being alone by themselves." Jesus, I didn't know what to think, bro. I didn't know what to think, honestly. This woman's out partying till 4 o'clock in the morning. She got a baby in the house, being watched by a toddler in the house, bringing me home. I don't know the woman from Adam. I could eat children. I could be absolutely anybody. And she brought me home. Yeah, that's where I'm gonna end that story. But that's an example of peasantry. And some of the things that I've seen on the street since is this, where women are literally taking money from multiple, not a lot of money, you know. Yeah, she left the kids home that entire time, bro. Dressed to the nines, left those kids home the whole time. She left a baby in the house with a toddler, went to a party. Nobody was home. I came home 5 a.m. with her. Nobody's home. Women are doing some stuff, man. Y'all are doing some stuff in these streets. And I have a list. I have a list. Let me just go by the list. And I'm gonna try to address a few things, and I'm gonna end it with this. Okay, remind me. This is the second thing to remind me of, because I'm about to talk about gold diggers right now. But I'm gonna tell you, women, how to find a good man. I'm gonna tell you that at the end. That's the end. That's a bonus track. Right? And anybody wants to come on and have a conversation with me, please come on. Out here listening to me, to my business. But listen. Oh, let me tell you what a gold digger is. Peasants aren't gold diggers, because all the things that peasants do, they stay broke. They don't level up at all. They're just peasants. And I'll explain what a peasant is in a minute. But a gold digger is a woman who actually has the mental capacity to know that she needs to attach herself to men of standing. And so a gold digger is an individual who really will prepare herself to get the whole bag. She is looking to, and I'm gonna tell you how to be a good gold digger. Nothing wrong with gold digger. There's nothing wrong with a gold digger. You know that? Nothing wrong with her. Peasants, they're the problem. A gold digger is going to go, she might be a 25, 30-year-old woman, who knows. And she's going to go marry herself somebody who's got a bag. She's going to set her target on a man that potentially can change her life, right? I don't know who got that song, you know? I'm the kind of brother that can change your life. I don't know if it's Chris Brown or something like that. But she sets her target on that man. She makes sure she makes herself exclusive to him and inaccessible to others. She makes sure she finds a way to make herself invaluable to that man. And her agenda isn't to necessarily, find the love of her life. But she will love that man with the bag. And he will believe it every day of his life. I got no problem with the gold digger, because she's trying to marry the bag. She's not stupid. She doesn't want trinkets. In fact, she might refuse trinkets to show that brother, hey, She doesn't want trinkets from me. She doesn't even want my money. She might pay for half one time because she's not trying to simply be a tawdry peasant who receives pretty things. She wants the whole bag. And so the gold digger, it'll marry the bag. She's just a smart woman to me. That's all she is to me. She's a smart woman who has the capacity to know that some men can change her life, and she sets her targets on those men only and exclusively, makes herself available for those men. She finds out what those men like. She dresses herself, carries herself so that those men are part of her circle. That's a gold digger, and she's trying to marry one. She ain't trying to just have sex. She's not dumb. She's trying to marry that dude. She's trying to be his lawfully wedded wife. That's a gold digger. Nothing wrong with her. She's okay in my books. That's a smart woman. Why would you want to marry a broke dude? If go find yourself somebody who's got the bag and fall in love with him. I can't blame her for that. She's not. What's she doing wrong? What's she doing wrong? So that's a gold digger. I'm not talking about them tonight. I'm talking about peasants. And I have no issue with you gold diggers. No issue with you. Because listen, let me tell you something. So most of us brothers who are talking about gold diggers, we ain't got no gold. Only gold I got is on my neck. I ain't got no gold to give her. So if she's looking for somebody who's got money, that's fine. I try to have a disclaimer right away. Listen, baby, I got a smart mouth. I'm smart. I'm 6'7", 275 pounds. I'll blow your back out, but I'm broke. I ain't got it like that. We gonna struggle. We gonna be happy. I'm gonna tell jokes while we're struggling. I'm gonna pay the bills late. We're gonna go on one vacation a year. Probably the Niagara Falls. I'm joking. But listen, if you're trying to find a man to give you a lifestyle, go ahead. You're not a gold digger. You're a smart woman because you're trying to find someone to marry. They came from my dad, and my dad said, none of these women is getting his accomplishment. Your dad is smart. Your dad knows that he got to give half of that thing away when these ladies decide to move. When they decide to change up, baby, they rolling up, beep, 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 beep. They rolling up the moving band. Just go in there and take half. Just take half of everything. Yes, break the TV in half. Take half. Washing machine. Leave him with the dryer. Take half. They're not playing around. Okay. All right. Nothing wrong with a gold digger. She wants the bag. She'll marry the bag. She'll be on Instagram talking about, oh, y'all can't do it like me. Dior and all kind of stuff. Big old fat husband. That's my baby. And she be like, that's, I'm your baby, all right. And she be loyal too, because she ain't trying to lose the bag. She loyal. She will convince herself, this is the best man I ever had. She ain't trying to lose the bag. Now, let me talk to you about the peasants. Because I've been here trying to talk about these peasants for a minute. Y'all ain't let me. Listen to me. Number one, this is Chad. You got to come in here, man. Chad Jones, you got to come in here, brother. We got to talk about these peasants, Chad. You got to come in here. You got to come in here, Chad. You got to come in here. Request to join, man. Request to join. Request to join. I'm about to talk about the peasants. Number one. If you got a 3 or 2-year-old standing up in the back seat of your car, singing trap songs, know all the words, cussing and 2 or 3-year-old little girl, cussing and carrying on, number one, you a bad mother. And secondly, you're a peasant. You a peasant. How is this baby singing trap songs? And this is what makes you more of a peasant. You have the audacity to videotape it and upload it for social media for me to see it so I can come for you. No, you a peasant. Why you got them babies out there rapping dirty little trap songs? No, why you got that little baby doing that? What you doing? What are you doing? And the one video I saw, the woman is driving the car. The child is in the back singing trap music, twerking. She's no older than 3 years old. No older. No seatbelt on the car. No seatbelt. Driving, and she, what? How are you driving and videotaping your child in the back seat? And the child got no seatbelt on. How are you doing that? Listen, you should have a better job because you are an expert multitasking peasant. How you do that? You got the phone up, videotaping the baby in the backseat while you driving with no seatbelt. Chad, what's up, brother? Listen, press that plus button, Chad. Press that plus button, Chad. Chad said something, a Trini woman. When a Trini woman says that she is in a complicated relationship, it's people man she have. That's what she means. I'm managing your man and his man and listen, her man. Listen, the whole window, with the window all the way down, Sherry. All the way down. Chad, press the button, man. You know you got jokes. Come on and say something to the people. Say something. You don't have to stay long, but say something to the people. But listen, 3 or 2-year-olds standing up, dancing to trap music. You're a peasant. You ain't raising your children right. That's how I know. That's how I know something wrong with you. You cussing at your kids. You cussing at a 2-year-old, big, dirty, bad words. You a peasant. And a peasant, what is a peasant? Let me define it because I jumped the gun. I'm only on number one. So a peasant is an individual who understands that her social standing will probably never change. So what she's here for is for a good time. And so her mentality is that anybody that can give me a good time, I'm gonna hitch myself to them. Anybody that can get me something, that can allow me to live my life a little higher than I am, I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna play. I'm gonna have some fun with them. I'm gonna have some fun. What's it called? YOLO. You only live once. Okay. She gonna get drunk on a Sunday morning. She gonna get drunk on a Monday. She'll do it doesn't matter because a peasant understands that this is my life, and she will hang out with little peasant boys, and she will steal the little trinket. Don't leave them girls in your car by herself. She steal your change. Don't leave her in your house by herself. She look through the glove box, try to figure out all your stuff. Listen. Peasants can't mess with them, and they're women that essentially you can't progress with them because they don't want to progress. There's no progress in them. There's no real progress in them. Their dreams aren't very big. Listen to some of them. If you dream small, you're either absent of imagination or you're just a peasant. Your dreams are small, and especially if your dreams are not for you, but they're for your children. Dream for yourself and your children. Don't just say, "Well, one day, one day he gonna get big and go play football." Yep, you gonna get me out of the hood. Get yourself out the hood. Don't be waiting for your child to go play football to get you out of the hood. Go do something with yourself. No. Anyway, number 2. You go on a date with a man with the intention to buy everything in the restaurant. You're a peasant. Yeah, she robbing you instead of cleaning. Girl robbing you. Listen, you come home and you left this girl in your house and you realize you had some change in this little, the change. So girl, did you do it? What happened to the change? Oh, I had to run out and get some stuff, so I just used that change. That's all right, right? Yeah, but I had about $100 in change in there. It's all gone. What did you buy? You know what I'm saying? I got change. I got all my change. I keep it in the house. My daughters come over. If I have to pop out and do something, the other day I had to pop out. I had my daughters here, right? 15 and 10. And I went to work, came back. One of them got an allergy reaction, right? So I needed the 15-year-old to go out and buy some allergy stuff. So the 10-year-old, stay home. It's like 11 o'clock at night. Don't go outside. Let your sister go up the street and come back. And I have about $100 of change just lying around because I'm just a guy like that. But I please some peasants in the house. That change won't last long. It will not last long. But anyway, I saw this video on Insta this today, and this peasant, and I'm sorry, ladies, I'm sorry because this woman is a peasant. Okay, all women are not peasants. No, they're not. All women are amazing. God created something amazing when He created a woman. Oh Lord, when He created a woman, God was in His bag. He was doing things when He created a woman. Not, but these peasants have not been created by God. They've been created by greed. They've been created by social culture. They've been created by radical feminism. They've been created by brokenness and a bad attitude. They've been created by a culture that has denigrated some of them to the point where they think that that is actually who they are, unfortunately. So some of you can be actually counseled out of peasantry. That's my job here. I'm only trying to counsel you out of it. I'm not trying to just point to you and say you're staying in peasantry forever, but some of you need to dream bigger to get past this scenario called peasantry. Number two, again, I said that I saw a woman here, hell, obscure scholar. Oh, that was just one. That was just one. I'm on two. I got a bunch here. You go on a date with a man with the intention to buy everything in the restaurant. I saw this woman, and she caught her phone and she started to tape the brother. She's videotaping him. And he's like, yeah, can you please put, all the stuff that she bought, put it on a separate bill. I'm not paying for none of that. And she's like, oh my goodness, you're so cheap. I can't believe this. This is what people do. He says, baby, listen, I wanted to take you out. He goes, yes, you've been dogging me out to go on a date, and I finally give you a chance, and this is how you do me. He's like, listen, I told you, listen, we're going to come here. We're going to have something. We'll keep it light. I know another place down the street that we're going to get some drinks. These drinks are too expensive for. I just want to have dinner, have a couple drinks, and that's it. You out here ordering triple shots. You ordered 3 different triple shots. You ordering lobster tail. Let me see the bill. You ordering stuff I'd never even heard of. That's what the brother said. This is on Instagram. I was dying. I can send it to somebody if they want it. He said, you ordering stuff I never even heard of. He said, no, you're going too far. You're going to pay for this yourself. This is your bill. This is the first time we go on and you're doing this. Her bill was $250. That was just what she ordered. I don't know what he ordered because he didn't say it, but he said she ordered $250 of liquor and food on a first date with a man who said to her straight, hey, I tried to let you know, like, you're going too far, but you want to order all these things, no problem. You have the money to pay for it. She says, I got the money to pay for it, but I want every woman to see the kind of man you are. I want every woman to see that you was out here wasting women's time. Peasant. Because you don't know what that man does for his money. You never worked a day for his money. He's taking you out. Yeah, she hungry, all right. She hungry. And I guarantee, because the way that phone came out, Malcolm, you know every single thing that she ate was on Instagram. She was like, oh, girl, let me show you what I triple drinks, triple shots. We doing triple shots. No, you're doing triple shots on your own nickel. You ain't doing triple shots on me. You ain't doing that. Okay? Story. So I remember I met 2 women, right? And one of them liked me, but she's with her girlfriend. So they're like, oh, wow. What are you doing? I said, I don't know what I'm doing. Because you want to go, you know any after hours around here? I go, yeah, I know after hours. I know after hours, not too far from here. And she's like, okay, let's go to after hours. So boom, we break out, go to the after hours, right? As a hungry hippo, Chad. As a hungry hippo. I'm going to come back to her in a minute. And we go to the after hours. We get into the after hours. After hours, $20 a head, right? Now, remember, I got nothing to do with a girlfriend. But I'm a gentleman. You know what I'm saying? I just met these ladies on the street. I like one of them. No one likes me, but she got a little girlfriend with her. You know, I take her. I said, you know what? Here you go. Let me just pay for the admission. Come in. That's $60 now. Come in. I said, what do you ladies like to drink? I said, well, we like tequila, I said, okay, no problem. There's no problem. I said, bartender, get these ladies a couple tequilas. Right? A couple tequilas. Saw they this one girl drank tequila like she was drinking Kool-Aid on a hot summer day. I was like, damn. Look, I said, bartender, give her another one, because clearly she's thirsty. So she gave her another tequila too. Both of them. Now the second girl she started to be like, I don't really need that much tequila. I'm okay. But her girlfriend, the one that I kind of like, she had a vacuum where she could drink the whole restaurant, the whole bar. Another tequila. Now I'm standing there. Now remember, I don't know these women. I don't know who these women are. And I'm not a street man like that I know who these women are. Really? Right? I just know one looks good, she likes me, and the other one's her friend. So this Arab dude, right? And I take it as disrespectful because I'm a graybeard zaddy. I'm a giant, right? I'm muscle bound, hulkified, standing there in the full Montenegro of my mountainous self. And the little Arab dude walks over and he's trying to talk to the girl that's clearly standing next to me. But I'm not stressing myself because I don't know these people. That could be her friend from high school. That could be her ex-boyfriend. That could be a husband. I don't know. But of course, my alpha is raised. So he's talking in the ear. She's like, oh, he wanted to offer us drinks. Now I said to myself, okay, you want to offer drinks? No problem. I said, yeah. I said, brother, come here. Called him over. I said, you want to offer these girls drinks? Yeah, offer this little girl here drinks. This one here with me. You offer this girl here a drink. He's like, no, bro, it's okay. They're groupies. I said, no. They're not groupies, man. But you can offer this little girl here a drink. But this one here, this one with me. Right? So I figured I'd give the brother a little bit of, benefit of the doubt. Right? And he respected that situation. And he got all the drinks lined up. He about 5'2", right? 5'2", but about 1.5 meters wide. Wearing extra small with his little muscles flexing out of the muscles. He weighed about 145 pounds. That's okay, right? Got a little haircut, right? Smelling like Drakkar Noir. Okay, and he got his other little Arab buddies with him because they can't get no women by themselves. So they got to buy drinks for them. That's their hustle. That's their flex. But don't come into the Zadig territory and try. You in the silverback jungle now trying to take my gorillas out of my situation. But I educated him. And he did that. He went and he started buying the drink for the young lady. So I said to them, listen, I don't want to stand in this one spot the whole time, right? Let's walk into the spot a little bit more. But we just stop out by the bar. I don't know what this place looks like. Let's check it out because the place looks kind of nice. So boom, we walk in, right? Ooh, Lord. Brothers in there, tattooed up, muscled up, all the thugs. All the thugs is in there. Thugs and you got the black thugs, the Asian thugs, the Russian thugs, the Arab thugs, the Indian thugs on top of thugs in there. And then you had the ladies in there. Ladies in there wearing next to nothing, sitting on, when they don't sit on chairs, they sit on the back of the chair. And the brother's sitting on the chair and the ladies massaging their shoulders and he's pouring the whole bottle in their mouth from behind. She's massaging his shoulder. He picking up the bottle, just pouring it on her from, they loving it. They living the life up in there. So I'm in there now. I done spent about $150 since I've been up in there. I door, drinks, that's $150. That money went quick, $150. I'm not trying to spend $150 like that. That's pretty fast to spend $150. But I'm in the streets now, so I got to do what I got to do in the streets. So looking around, time, beautiful girl walking to the left, beautiful girl walking to the right? And these girls are cool. They're dancing. They're having a good time, getting a little smile every now and then. They dancing with each other. Guys trying to talk to them, touch them on the shoulder. They're doing what they're supposed to do. They're in the place with the gorilla. But another little Arab dude walks over. I don't know if and I apologize because he could be from Pakistan. He could be from Morocco. But to me, he looks like he's an Arab. And if he's not an Arab, brother, I apologize to you. But I don't really because I don't like your move. He came over, started to whisper thing in the ear because they can't do nothing else. Whisper thing in the ear, got some drinks over here. So my girl now looks at me with like, well, her look did this. This is what her look did. YouTube looked at this. I'm gonna have to go over here and buy some drinks because you seem like you ain't buying no more drinks, and you know my drink is empty. And she took a girlfriend, went over there. They were gone into the abyss. They just disappeared into the night, into the mist, into the smoke machines, and the black light, and the music, and whew, they were gone, bro. They were gone. Okay, they were gone, and I was like, damn, okay, it's like that. Shoot, yeah, I'm $150 light now, but that's not where the story ends. I stayed in the place the whole time because the place was nice. The place was lit. I'm like, I love to hang out with me. I'm a me hanging out brother. So I hung out with me, right? Other people talking to me too, because Zaddy's in the club. Okay? So other people hanging out, talking to me and everything, you know. I'm getting a little action over here, a little smile over there, little look me up and down over there, but I got a man and I can't do the sneaky link thing because this brother's been paying for my drink, so I can't move. I didn't know all that in the scenario. There's more. So I hung out. I'm like, bro, it's time to go. Place is closing down. But lo and behold, look who comes back. Them same two little shorties coming back from being boozed up all night. She walks right back up to me and says, you ready to go? I was like, what? Oh, yeah, you ready to go? No explanation. No sorry that I had to leave you and drink drinks with some Arab dude all night and you never saw me till this moment. No, nothing. You ready to go? So I realized that this generation different. That is some different. I've never seen it like that. I've never seen it like that. She goes, you ready to go? Now, you know, my dignity should have spoken. But she's too damn fine. I said, okay, girl, we go. Now, number 3. So 2 was you go on a date with a man and expect to buy everything in the restaurant. You're a peasant. But number 3, you asking men you're not in a relationship for money. You a peasant. You're not in a relationship. And this is what I mean, because let me just start with the story this time. So I met this girl, right? It was basic. I was buying something in a store, came out the store, and I see this lady, and she looked good. And she looked at me, and her eyes said, he looks good too. And so I said, hey, what's going on? What's up? You in the area, blah, blah, blah. You know, just a little talk. We exchanged numbers. That's it. I said, holla at you. We'll be in touch. That was it. It took 15 seconds. Now, a couple days later, start messaging. Hey, what's up? You know, you wanna hang out? What do you want to do? Blah, blah, blah. You know, she got Snapchat. She gave me the Snapchat. Said she doesn't have any other social media. I said, okay. She said, you know what? I realized I'm not really interested. Right? I said, okay. Gone just like your 150. You spent Monair. I got my money's worth. But listen, she came. I gotta get my stories right. Now she said to me, she's not interested. This is what I said to some stuff. Well, just because a woman gives you her number doesn't mean she's gonna be interested in you, even the next day. She might just give you her number because she needs to get rid of you. But she gave me. So we messaged her. She's like, she's not interested. Could have met another dude. Could have been serious about something. Maybe the ex came back. Who knows? She wasn't interested. She said she's not interested. I left it at that. In fact, I deleted the number out my phone because that's my thing. Now I got a 24-hour period. If I don't hear from you 24 hours, I delete your number out the phone. Period. Right? If we have been hanging out, I don't hear from you for a week, I delete the number out my phone. Period. I'd be purging. So the number is gone. All of a sudden, maybe at 3 months later, 3 months, even 4, could be even 4 months later. But I'm gonna say 3 months later. Hi. Who this? He goes, oh, it's so and so. I'm like, oh, okay, what's up? Do you want to get that you want to get a wig for me? I said, what? Are you serious? This is a text message. She goes, yeah. I go, you're just messaging me after telling me months ago you were not interested, and you're asking me to buy you a wig? She's like, yeah. Point blank. Yeah. I was like, that's not how it works with me. I was like, I got to get to know you, blah, blah, blah. I'm just not going to just, and it was $300, right? Peasant money, right? It wasn't a lot of money. I said, I got to get, she goes, well, I try to, see if a guy deserves me in his life. And, so if you're not prepared to do anything for me, then why should I make myself available to you? That was her talk, right? And I just went into this scenario, and, I was like, listen, and I was nice. I said, listen, what you're talking about is you want $300. Let me tell you what $300, what you're going to do with that $300, right? I wasn't nice. I can't lie. I didn't say nice things to this lady. She was like, okay. She didn't get upset. Not okay. 2 months later, same girl messages me back. Now, I just told her about her business. I was like, listen, $300. You know what happens on the street for $300? You know what $300 buys on the road? Well, guess what? I told her that's what I told her. She still messaged me back. She goes, hi. Same hi. Hi. I said, hey, what's up? Same thing. I want to get my lashes done. Could you help me get my lashes done? I'm like, what the hell is wrong with this girl? Now, don't get me wrong, ladies and gentlemen. On a scale of 9 to 10, this peasant's a 9. She's a 9. She's East African. She got the whole thing, right? Face, body, hair. First of all, that's the crazy part about the wig part. I'm like, why would she want to cover up her beautiful hair? Like, the girl doesn't need a wig. Like, she got the hair that people want to put on their head already. That's growing out of her head, right? So she got everything. She bad. She's a baddie, period, right? So get a little baddie conversation on it. She's baddie. So she asked me, could you give me some money to do my eyelashes? So here go the same conversation again. I'm like, yo, bro, like, and I took it a different direction now. I said, why do you keep asking me for money? I haven't seen you from the time I met you. I've known you for 4 months. I saw you for 15 seconds, and I see things on Snapchat. You're doing all this stuff on Snapchat, but you keep asking me for money. What? Don't you got a man? No, I don't got a man. Well, you should maybe have a man. Ask your dude for money. Why are you asking me? Because listen, if you want money from me, there's some structure with that, and I don't think you're ready for it. And I think, you know what I'm going to do for you? This is what I said to her. I think you need a better job, because I'm tired of women in your scenario, these young women who keep asking men for stuff. What do you do for a living? And she told me. I go, how much you make an hour? She said, $18 an hour. I said, well, this is the problem. I said, listen, send me your resume. I have a job for you in your field. It'll pay you double or triple what you do. Just send me your resume. I sent her my email. She said, okay, I'll send it to you right away. I said, and also go and look at this company. Look up the careers in this company. Tell me which one you like. I know somebody in there. I can get you in right away with your experience based on what you told me, because the peasant never sent me her resume, right? So I'm waiting now for this girl to send me a resume. You know what she messages me back? I don't have the time. Can you please just send me the money? I don't have the time to look it up. I said, the peasantry. This is where I get this term from. I said, listen to me. The peasantry that I'm hearing from you disgusts me. This is where I get this term from. She inspired this term. In fact, if you want to see what she looked like, there might be an ad that I put up about this where you can see the situation. Because as she's asking me for her eyelashes, Dummy forgot that I have her Snapchat, and she's showing her eyelashes on the Snapchat that she's already done. She already did the eyelashes. You understand? And the next day, guess what? She showed a picture of herself getting on a plane with the caption, going to see Bae. audacity. You're asking men that you're not in a relationship with give you money. You're a peasant. And it's not cute. It's not cute. It's not cute. It's not cute. I don't care how nice you look. I don't care how bad you are. You're a peasant, man. This girl already did her eyelashes on Snapchat, showing off her brand new eyelashes. The next day, she's on a plane flying to Bay. So Bay, who paid for the plane, couldn't pay for the lashes? Come on, man. Who is Bay? And she didn't even need lashes. She's just trying to hustle Negroes for $100. Her lashes were $120, she said, right? Which is ridiculous. I don't know why y'all here paying $100 for lashes later. But that's your culture. I don't know. That's what y'all do. This is number 4. You go out with a man and see another random man, not even a man that you know, another random man while you are out, and you give him your number or you leave with him. You're a peasant. A brother takes you out on a date. You guys make arrangements to go out on a date. He's pressed the shirt, made reservations, picked you up, drove you there, or you met in a car, and met in by whatever. And you out on a date with him. And the date's going fine. There's nothing going on that's weird or strange. And you see another dude that you like, that you see across the table or whatever. And you allow this other dude to disrespect the dude who brought you out. And you give him a number. Let's start with just giving him a number. You're a peasant, man. Have some respect. Now, this is the stuff that bothers me too, because I ain't gonna say no names. But I was out with somebody, and they had the audacity to tell me that I'm looking at the waitress. I'm like, listen, I'm a very specific man. They had the audacity to tell me too. I was looking at the waitress and I was looking at somebody else another time during the night, right? This is something they told me even days after the circumstance. But I'm a very specific man. I'm a very straightforward man. Those who know me, I'm straightforward. You ask me something, are we in a relationship? Are we this? Are we that? I'm gonna tell you straight what we are. I'm gonna be very plain, right? If you ask me anything, I'm gonna tell you what it is. Plain. I do not care about feelings. I will tell you because you asked me. You asked me, so I'll tell you. If you don't ask me, I won't tell you. That bae of hers had her on a budget. Word. So if I'm out with a woman and I see a woman twice as attractive as her, I ain't seen that woman. I ain't look at her. I ain't paying no attention to her because it's disrespectful. It's disrespectful to do that to anybody. Oh, I'm going past my time, but I don't care. Y'all stay as long as you like because I got a few more. It's just disrespectful. And a woman shouldn't be forced to feel like she's competing with the attention of a man who took her on a date. Right? Which is why I don't think going to a nightclub on a date is a good idea, first of all. But you know what I'm saying. So a woman who does this, who a brother picks her up, takes her out, takes her on a date. I don't have a story like that because it's never happened to me, but I've seen it. I don't like it. You surveying the premises. That's what probably happens, man. They get in there and they start surveying the premises and they're like, oh, who else is in here? This place is nice. Ooh, you look good. You look good. He looked better than my date. No, man. Listen, don't do that. And then going to the place where you're actually leaving with the brother, the next brother, that you're trying to get people killed now because that's disrespect, right? A man's going to stand up and try to defend himself in that scenario, right? Listen, you going with the next dude, listen, let the next dude come here and pay for this food that I just bought you. There's no code anymore. There's no code anymore, Octavia. There is no code. There's no code. There's no etiquette. There's nothing. People just hit road and do whatever is on their mind. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Honestly, I know stories. I have a story. I have too many stories. I have stories that a girl invites a guy over and they're getting it on upstairs. The girl stops and says to the guy, listen, I feel bad. Why? because we're doing something, but my girl is downstairs. Let me call her up, man. Why? The brother said to me, I never seen nothing like that in my life. She goes, it's not fair that I'm getting it and she's down there not getting it. Let me call it. The things that are going through some of y'all ladies' heads today, these days, it blows my mind. It blows my mind. Okay? Number 5. And I said this already. And I'll leave it at that. Other men, multiple men, financing your life, man. Financing. They free-spirited. Hey, Chad, that spirit, cheap spirit. That's cheap spirit. That's not even free. That is cheap. They're giving it away cheap. Listen, but other men financing your life. You got a whole bunch of men financing your life because and you're managing all these dudes who are financing your life with chicken money here, chicken money there, chicken money there, chicken money there. You're a peasant, man. It can't even call you for the streets because it don't make no sense. Because the minute that you out with one and you see the other one, you're gonna make all these dudes argue. All these dudes gonna come fighting because they think that you're their chick. Because you're maintaining that. You're a manipulator. You're a chief manipulator. You're maintaining all these dudes who think that you're the chick. That's why this one chick, the girl, that's why she don't have Insta. You see, if you're running peasant life, you can't have an Instagram. Because somebody will come down and say, "Hey, babe. Hey, husband. Hey, what?" You see, that's why I'm out in the streets. I'm out in the streets. Ain't afraid of nobody. Because if you're running this kind of multifunctional scenario, you can't have no Instagram. Because Sneaky Link 1's going to hear about Sneaky Link 2 and Sneaky Link 3. Girls who do this, they stay on Snapchat. Snapchat's their only social media. Because all the messages, all the chats, that's one-on-one, baby. That's privatized. You're not going to see somebody else's likes. You're not going to see somebody else's followers. Nah, those chicks stay on Snapchat. And so number 6 is, I just made it up. If a chick only got Snapchat, she doesn't. Don't trust that. Listen, this is my time, but I said I'm going to end it with this. How do you find a good man, women? This is how you find a good man. You have to go where those men are. If you're looking for a certain kind of man, you've got to pick up yourself and go where those men are. And this is the key. Stop traveling in groups. Be comfortable traveling alone. Do not bring competition to a competition. That don't make no sense. Don't make no sense. Imagine 2 baddies sit down in front of me and I have to choose. That's unfair. That's unfair on me. Luckily, I'm not in these streets doing that kind of stuff because I'm already an international man of mystery and leisure, and I don't require that. But imagine you're bringing competition to competition. Don't do that. Learn to be able to travel and to go by yourself. Find places where men of the caliber that you're looking for are. Okay? You're looking for a basketball player. You want to marry a basketball player? Guess what? You gotta go to the combine. You got to go to the games. You got to find out how to check out the practices. You got to find out where they hang out. You've got to put yourself in the proximity of the men that you're looking for. If you want to marry a finance guy, you got to go down to Wall Street, to Bay Street. You got to hang out at the Walrus here in Toronto and Bay in Wellington, where these guys come to have drinks after. You've got to put yourself in the vicinity of men you're looking for. Get off those stupid dating apps. Stop worrying about dating apps. You think a girl in real life and a girl in a dating app think there's a competition? If a man has a girl in front of him and you got a girl in a dating app, come on, man. Put yourself, find out, do some research. Another thing, travel by yourself. Travel by yourself. You know how powerful it looks when a woman is able to travel by herself, able to come, sit down at a bar by herself, able to take herself to a movie, able to take herself to dinner by herself. And you just out here by yourself? Yeah, I just travel by myself. Really? Yeah, that's just what I do. It allows you to develop your interpersonal skills. It allows you to come out of your introvert behavior. It allows you to stop being socially awkward. It allows you to be flexible, to be malleable. It allows you to be open-minded. It allows you to be approachable. It allows you to be desirable by a man who looks at you and says, this one's different than the rest. She doesn't roll in packs like the rest of them peasant hyenas. She is out here by herself. I want to see what she's about. I want to find out about her. Guess what? You can't do that if a dude keeps fluing you out. If a guy flies you out, you stuck. Taking notes. I'll be up there soon. Okay, girl, get on the plane. But listen, if a dude flies you out, you ain't up there. If a man fly you out, if you come to see a man, you're not on your own. You're not going out to see. You're not picking up when you feel like moving. You're not doing that because you're with your girl party. Most of the problems that a lot of y'all have in finding a good man is the fact that you're rolling with a bunch of girls who are haters. Haters. I remember I rolled up on these two girls, and one girl said, well, if you like her, you got to take me too. I said, I don't want to take you. Why I got to take you? I said, don't worry. Well, you can't have her then. And the girl looked back like, oh, I wanted to go with him. Of course she wanted to go with me. You're doggone right. But she rolling with your ugly little hater friend, and nobody want her. So she figuring, no, it ain't a package. I don't want package deal. I don't want two problems. I barely want one. No, women have to be comfortable saying, I want what I want, understanding what you want, and going to be in the vicinity of what you want. Be in the vicinity of men that you like. This is why most of you can't get nowhere, because you're out there in nightclubs, or you're going out with your girlfriends and you're doing all your thing with you can't. How unapproachable are women when they're with their girlfriends? Every guy knows. Well, I'm sorry, tonight, I'm just here with my girls tonight. I'm not really here to talk. Excuse me? Excuse me? You shall be alone. You shall be alone. No, stop letting a company of women block you from meeting somebody who's interested in you in an environment that you put yourself in. I'm always by myself. Good for you. Put yourself in positions where people can reach out to you and meet you. And this is the last thing, and I'm out. Do not be afraid of the adventure. You know how many stupid conversations women have with each other about safety? You're not running around unsafe in most of the places you go. I know women traveling to countries, Nicaragua by themselves, traveling to Dominican Republic by themselves, Colombia by themselves, Panama by themselves, not on a resort, just going, Airbnb-ing it, especially women who can work remotely. Yo, you can just go. You can just go and say, I'm going to book a hotel. I'm going to live for $200 a week. I'm going to go to work for my 8 hours, and then I'm going to be on the beach. And I'm going to spend $15 a week in alcohol and food. Yes, that's what I said. $15 a week to eat in some of those South American countries. If you can do that working remote, don't do a self date. It's not a self. You're not dating yourself. You are making yourself available to be dated. No self date. Ain't no self date. Nobody want to date themselves. You are putting yourself out there. You are allowing the world to discover you and say, hey, here I am. I am woman. I am not a peasant. I'm not a closed-minded woman living in a hive of women. I'm a woman looking to meet a man who respects me, who honors me, who can engage me. And I'm going to put myself around men who I think are in the demographic of the men I like and see what I find. That is my time. At the end of the day, these pros ain't loyal. Do not deal with women that are professionals, proficient at manipulation, at making men feel small, at causing themselves to be higher than they ought to putting themselves in a privileged category which they do not desire. Women who have no pedigree for the things that they desire. They're just professional complainers. They are professional manipulators. They are professional peasants. And last but not least, going back to the stat where I started, if you find yourself in this statistic, and many of us are, I'm a statistic. I was born of a single family household. I come from a broken home. I have a broken marriage. I'm raising my children. in a scenario where I'm not living in the nuclear family. I'm dealing with courts, all these things. I'm a statistic. So if you find yourself in a statistical negative, the first thing you have to change is your attitude. You say, you know what? This is where I am. I'm going to try to become better than the statistics say that I should. I'm going to try to out-achieve where the other individuals in my statistical category will remain. I'm going to be the best me out here. I will master me. And that's what I have for you tonight. Alexa, play my Real Spiel playlist. Listen, come see me tomorrow.
Playlist, Real Spiel on Amazon Music.
And I'm going to talk to you about what real men should be looking like, how they should be behaving. But I'm finished. Bless you. I hope you have a great day. And remember, if you don't do it, who gonna do it? Instagram, I gone, boy. Chad, I'm vexed with you, boy. You should have come on the show. You would have made it better. YouTube, I'm gonna see you tomorrow for one more show this week. We're gonna drag the men tomorrow. This is Big Del. This is the Real Spiel. I hope you enjoyed it. Insta, I'm out. YouTube, I start you late and I'll end you last. Oh, what we got here? Pure foolishness. She's a peasant. Oh gosh. Woo. Are you ever married? Have you ever been married? Asking for a friend. I've been married. I said that tonight. I said that tonight, Ray. You draw all kinds. Stay preaching. Come out of the pig pen. Oh gosh, okay. I was trying to stay out the pig pen. Ladies and gentlemen on YouTube, bless you. Thank you for coming by. And I'll see you tomorrow night. Don't forget to subscribe. Follow, like the show, and we'll talk soon.